Once you subscribe with us, the first step we would do is get you added to the CloudTestr instance so that we can create the modules that we are implementing for you, as well as we provide credentials for your team so that you can log into CloudTestr platform. Then we'll start the onboarding process. During onboarding process, there are two steps. One is the planning. This is where we are going to understand your implementation of your SaaS applications. How did you implement it? What are the different configurations you have done? What are the different personalizations you have done? So that we can onboard you on CloudTestr for your implementation. There are other things that we are looking for from you is what kind of documentation that you have. Do you have different test cases that you're currently using? Any PR100 documents? Any documentation that would help us understand your implementation is something that we would look from you so that we can do the initial analysis and come up with the automation scope. Once the analysis is completed, we will start the onboarding process. During the onboarding process, we are going to onboard the automated tests for your implementation on CloudTestr. After we implement the automation the first time, we are going to execute the tests and we are going to share the test documentation as well as results documentation with you and provide you a demo so that you can look at everything is looking good and sign off on the onboarding process. So once the onboarding is completed, which usually takes about 4 to 6 weeks, we are going to move into maintenance and execution mode. And every time there is a release, whether it's quarterly patch or if you want any ad hoc automation executions done, you can notify us and we will execute these tests within 2 to 5 business days of your pod getting updated. So this is how the whole service delivery model works. In terms of the amount of time we need from your team, during the onboarding process, we do most of the analysis on our own after we look at the documentation that you have, looking at the application access that you provide. And we are going to talk to your team for clarifications. That is the time that we will need from your team. During maintenance and execution, it's more or less for any clarifications. If you find any issues, you would look for your team support to be able to get those clarified so that we can either log a defect or update the test and re-execute it. So that's the kind of time that we would look from your team.